Alright, welcome back to the Double Golden Reaper, the series where, having already completed the Golden Reaper title once before, I aim to complete it again, but this time it's on my Ironman. So one of the things that I have yet to talk about or showcase in this series is my main account. The Golden Reaper title is similar to the completionism capes in this game, in that they're not earned permanently. You earn them once initially, but to keep wearing them, you must upkeep them with every new relevant update that comes into the game. The last time I was able to wear my Golden Reaper title on my main account was the night before Cyruss came out in September of 2021. I did not really enjoy the content at all, and at the time I was much more invested in selling PVM leeches and all the shenanigans that came with that playstyle. However, since starting this series and getting back into playing my accounts again, I'm strictly motivated to progress my accounts over any other player's accounts, despite the obvious in-game financial benefits. All that said, a lot of things bothered me about Cyruss at the time. It wasn't so much the actual fight, even though that, like many things, was monotonous and had next to no skill expression to offer. But it was more things like the drop rates, the number of unique items, and most notably the loot mechanics, with a loot potential system that incentivizes you to slow down your kills by nearly double just to max out your loot potential. It sounds crazy to me that the meta is literally AFKing in the kill and disassembling things to get clue scroll procs, as opposed to actually looking for solutions to speed up the fight and get more loot per hour. You would think that would make sense, but I guess not for whatever reason at Cyruss. I think it's also established that players who are killing Cyruss are hard locked at getting 9 kills an hour because of this strategy. And with the median title rate being around 1,340 kills, or 150 hours of a boss that I simply don't enjoy, you can start to picture why my motivation took a large hit on upkeeping my title at the time. But, like I said, in producing this series, I have a resurgence of motivation for these perturbing grinds. I just gotta tell myself, I only need to do this once, and it's done forever. The Golden Reaper title once before, I aim to complete it again, but this time, it's on my Ironman. Or, well, okay, I guess I gotta do it twice, but that's it, for real. Before you Cyruss 1 tricks get too excited, this will not be a Cyruss video. My plan for my main account is to play catch-up on some of the newer bosses released ever since the finale of the God Wars 3 series, and from there to get myself to a point where my main account is solely Cyruss off Golden Reaper. And when that point comes, I'll be mentally prepared to endure the suffering of God knows how many thousands of kills on both of my accounts back to back so that I can finish both Cyruss titles together. And by procrastinating Cyruss so much, I'm also subtly hoping and or coping that a solo or duo scaling mode, dupe mitigation changes, or drop mechanic changes in general might come into the game at some point. But that's not really realistic, and I've rambled long enough. Today's video is going to be the story of one of my main account's collection log catch-ups, and it's going to be a good one. Back when Zuck came out, I had learned it just enough to get my capes, and I had grinded for a little bit of extra KC, hoping for drops or the pet, and also potentially a PR for a cosmetic Discord title that I was interested in at the time. I had maybe a 22 or 23 minute personal record with the pre-nerf FSOA. And at the time, I was only seeing top tier players like Evil Lucario, that were capable of getting 18 and 19 minute kills. And that seemed like something that was out of the scope for me, that I was not going to be able to copy at that time. So with back-to-back boss releases, I became highly demotivated in maintaining my Golden Reaper. But as of recently, the idea of using Necromancy and getting 15-minute kills with 4 kills an hour suddenly transforming what would have been a 100+ hour grind for me into a 50-hour grind. Now that was just the spark that I needed to properly learn the Inferno once and for all. So now, for real, let's jump into the action. My set of melee waves has been really getting pretty good now. This is a nice entry time for this Jad. This phase though, I still have a pretty hard time with. Oh, speaking of... Oh, no, I signed. Okay. Man, why don't I eat more there? Come on. Unlucky. Right as I said it too. Oh! There's a Magma Tempest. Yes! That's awesome. That's the first drop in the chest. That's gonna look nice. Oh no! What? I must have fat fingered my disrupt or something. That was gonna be such a good kill time too. Oh yes, there we go. There's a scripture. Yeah, Ancient Hilt and a sub 14. Let's go. We are making money today. I gotta say, this phase has gotta be one of my favorite lures, I think. This wave 3 lure, where first you kill this big melee guy, and then you kind of come up by this rock and everything just stacks perfectly for your threads. That's probably the most satisfying part of the whole Inferno. And... boom. Everything just drops. This wave is also really good, where when this one goes right and everything stacks just nicely, you just can't beat the feeling. Can we get lucky? It's been a little while. Oh my gosh, yes, we can. That was like 15 dry or so. Alright, so this is my chest after doing 50 kills. I've saved everything up. As you can see, I've got a full sword, and I've got 2 books, and about 200 mil in commons here. So go ahead and head to the GE, or the Max Guild rather, and I'm gonna make the sword for myself, because I don't actually have one. So there we go. There's a tier 95 two-handed melee for myself. Go ahead and augment it real quick. And we'll slap the books into the GE. Scripture isn't selling, but 387 for the magma. Drop this one down. There we go. That's good. I'm happy with that. That's going to be some much needed funds to continue this grind. I use a lot of Vuln bombs and a lot of jellyfish doing this. Let's also disassemble all the igneous stones and see what kind of components we can get. Of course, the good ones to get are Illujankins and Noxious are probably the most exciting. A couple Shadow procs though, so that's pretty good. Those are going to be good for Caroming, if I ever need any extra Caromings. Oh, there's another Shadow. Then kind of a lot of junk ones, a lot of Rumbling, Ascended, Silent, stuff you can't really make too much use of. But here we go, another 16. And I'll also open the Elder Troves afterwards. Yeah, not particularly good luck on the components. The Vernic components, that's good for lunging if I ever need. Alright, let's go ahead and open the troves. Just spam through these as fast as possible. Definitely looking forward to the point where I do this on my Ironman and I can get myself a couple Pernix Quivers and a bunch of these really good supplies. But here on the main, it's just going to be a nice bit of extra cash. Looks like 23 mil, not too bad. So all said and done, I think I made like 2.3 billion GP from 50 hard mode Zucks. I almost accidentally left. Oh my goodness, but I got a scripture. Thank goodness I didn't misclick. Can I get sub 13 here? No, not quite. Oh, I did get a big PR. I got the double proc there, and I got the pet, finally. 258 KC. Oh my goodness. That is so good. Yo, 1249.2. PR by a tick. Now, I don't have a clip of this actually, but I do have a screenshot that I got a double drop at Zuck. I got a Magma Core paired with a Magma Tempest. So that's really, really cool. So this is the final kill for 200 hard mode Zucks. Gonna unlock myself the golden pet reskin, and I'm actually gonna claim the pet after this kill. I'm going to let it play out the entire pillar phase here, just to celebrate that this is going to be the final time that I'm going to see this, until it's time to do it on the iron. And there we go, that is 200. Got the nice green message in the chat box, the little pop-up. Go ahead and get the pet out of the chest. And let's claim that bad boy. There we go, that's a big title done. Truthfully, I was very entertained. This boss was a lot of fun once I really got into it. Also got about 500 million GP in commons to sell, so that's really nice. A lot of Chaos Die rerolls will come in handy when we go to Zamorak. And as for the final collection log, I ended up with 4 of each book, maxed out on Igneous Stones, and was just shy of 3 full swords. The second full with 1L. Also just want to share one thing from my Ironman. I did not expect to get this lucky. I was not recording at all. But I finished the KBD title in 600 kills. I had a big reaction when my friend was PMing me because he had actually just gone for this recently. And it took him like 7,800 to get his title. But here I am finishing it in under 5 hours. So that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider sharing it with a friend, and consider watching me live on Twitch. It's linked below. I stream 4 days a week right now. Next time, we're going to be back on the Ironman, making some progress in elite dungeons. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.